I need to go get some new bedding for the egg boxes. And then when I get done doing that, I'm gonna show you our garden and do a little garden tour. We don't spend money on nesting box bedding for our chickens. Instead, we use things that are free in nature. So right now we currently had an abundance of pine straw that we raked up. We let it dry out, and that's what we're using right now for our egg boxes. As I was walking out the gate to go take this, I just noticed 2 of my zinnias bloomed. Look how pretty that is. It's so rewarding planting and growing things from seeds and seeing the fruit of your hard work and your labor. As you can see, that spot right there is where the chickens just were. My husband just put some fresh grass seed down. This was already a spot in the yard where the grass was not thick, so it looks a little bad, but with only having them in the one spot for 2 days, we're noticing that the grass really bounces right back. They were previously right here, and then right up there where that hose is, and you cannot tell at all. All right, let's go into this garden and see what we got going on today. This right here, and this whole entire row is okra. So we are about to have a lot of okra. I'm pretty sure this is close to 30 okra plants, if I'm not mistaken. And that's more okra. And then we have corn growing. This is our orange tree. And so far, we haven't had any oranges come off of it. But this year, we have our first little orange. So I'm just now realizing that the squirrels got my last peaches. They've done this every year for the last 4 years that we have had this peach tree. This year I put little mesh bags over the fruit and hoping that would deter them. And we were down to 1 peach, and it was a good sized peach, almost ready, and I just discovered that it is gone. So that's super frustrating. We're gonna get some of those fake owl statues, like with the bobbling head, and we're gonna put them up in here and see if that deters them. If anybody has any other advice or what you do to keep your squirrels out of your trees, please let me know. Drop it in the comments and let's talk about it. This is another peach tree, but it's pretty young. This one hasn't done anything yet. These 2, this one and this one, are apple trees. We live in Florida, and so far they have not done anything at all. We have a vine right here that is a grapevine, sorry. And then over there we have, babe, what's in this one over here? He forgot to. So I forgot what that is. I want to say cucumbers. Pretty sure that was cucumbers. This grapevine has absolutely taken off. It is full, like absolutely slap full of grape clusters. The whole entire vine is just slap full. And these beds, whatever we planted here did not take off. I know that some of these are my zinnia flowers that I planted out here. That's a zinnia flower, and it's close to blooming. And over here we have these little bitty plants are peppers. They're actually the snacking peppers that you get at the grocery store, and I saved some of the seeds and I planted them because I thought they were so good. And I think that's the only thing out of these beds that has started to grow. This is a voluntary watermelon from seeds that we planted 2 years ago. So we didn't plant these, they just voluntarily popped up this year. So we're gonna let them do their thing. And then coming back over here is our squash. So we have more corn right there. And then these are all squash plants. This year we decided to put them in tomato cages because what we learned from the last times growing them is that when the fruit sits on the ground, the worms get into it and they rot faster before we could really get to them. So this year we're gonna try the tomato cage process and see how that comes out. We actually have some baby fruits growing. There's one. Ooh, didn't notice these yet. There's more over here. I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't want to mess with the plants too much. Remember these guys right here. And then another big thing in our garden is our blueberry bushes. So these blueberry bushes here are a few years old, and then we have more that we just planted this year right outside the garden. These bushes are, again, slap full. We have lots of blueberries. My kids absolutely love blueberries. They eat them up. So we're probably gonna eat these blueberries and not even have an abundance. Plus, blueberries freeze really well. I'm currently buying frozen blueberries from the store because when I buy them fresh, they don't last long. Oh, look! These ones are already changing. Yay! Look at that. Ain't that so awesome? It's so cool to be able to grow food that you can eat in your own backyard. And then this whole entire little row right here is more of my zinnia flowers. What's wrong?
Been watching this one to see when it was good and something got to it.
Let me see it.
Worms.
Oh no, that's disappointing. Wah, wah, wah. And these are different variety blueberry bushes. We're bad about remembering all what the varieties are. All right, now I'm gonna go over here and see if we planted cantaloupe for the first time this year, and then we planted more watermelon and we planted cucumbers. I think that's the last thing that, oh, I got something else for you up by the house that I'll show you. All right, so these are little tiny baby cantaloupe plants. They look like they're a little scorched, so not sure if they're gonna survive or not. This is cucumbers. We also learned in Florida that our cucumbers did not do good being planted in the direct sun. So this year we planted them over in this shady spot next to the fence and put some lattice here so that they can grow up. And I'm not going to go too much into it in this video, but this whole entire part of the yard is going to be where our duck enclosure is going to be. And this hole that we've been working on digging is going to be our duck pond. So my husband has confirmed that this is cucumbers, and he's doing an experiment this year by planting these plants directly in the full sun and then the ones over there in the shade, and we're going to see which ones do better. So that's another fun part about homesteading, is doing trial and error tests and experiments and see what works and what don't. Now I'm going to go back up to the house and I'm going to show you my tomato plants. We live in Florida and it is so hot, y'all. It is May. We are still in spring. And I'm telling you, today, it literally feels like, I'd say 95 right now. I don't know what the temperature is, but I know it's got to be up there. The pool is looking extra nice. I just ordered a new bathing suit that'll be here today. So I might just get in the pool after this when Amazon decides to show up. So going on the same note of trying things that has worked and not worked for us, we planted tomatoes in our garden 2 seasons back to back in that same sunny spot that the cucumbers were. They did not last nearly as long as they should have. So this year I decided to plant, I started with the pot in the pink bucket and this big pot here. I actually grew those from seeds, started them in the house, planted them out here. And then we just recently added these two, and then 2 right here and 2 right here. So with the back porch being right here in the afternoon during the hottest part of the day, the tomato plants are protected by the shade of the house. I actually just noticed this 2 days ago that we have our first, let me be very gentle here, we have our first little tomato babies. Look at that. They're very small. I'll show you in comparison to my finger here. They're very little. So we have 2, and then I don't think any on here. Another experiment that I'm doing is on this tomato plant, I am not picking off the suckers. And on this one, I have picked off all the suckers. So this one that I have been picking off the suckers, it actually has fruit. The one that I have not picked off the suckers does not have fruit. And that is what I was told. I was told, pick off those suckers and you'll get more fruit. So I wanted to see, just for fun, if that's true or not. And it's looking like pick off the suckers. So I'll show you what a sucker is if you don't already know what that is. So this right here, where we have this one stem, and then it's got this little stem growing in the middle, that's a sucker. That is what you want to pop off. And then over here, here's a perfect example. There was one right there, and I removed that. I removed all of those. And so this is the tomato plant that has the tomatoes already growing. I removed all the suckers off of this one. Did not remove them off of this one. So I would say pulling the suckers off is the way to go. I may give it another week and then go ahead and start removing these to see if that helps this plant to do better this year. Our rose bushes are doing really good. We have all kinds of roses. I have 15 rose bushes currently. Go over here and check on our baby chicks that are 7 weeks old now. Oh, looks like y'all need food. Hi. Hi, babies. Hi. We need to get you some food and water, huh? Okay, give me just a second. I'll come back. This is our fancy dancy hook. My husband is very innovative with using things that we already have to solve our problems. That right there, daily occurrence. Quinn, no. This is Quinn. We rescued her. Well, I would say rescued. I'd say adopted. She dumped out the water. Dang nabbit. Why did you do that? That water just got filled. Ma'am. Come on, Sophie. These baby chicks are growing so fast. I have been filling both of these feeders up every single day. Oh no. I'm going to get into the air conditioner. Thanks for tagging along today with me. We're doing some chores and the garden tour. Please like and subscribe this video. It would mean absolutely so much to me as a brand new YouTube channel, brand new homesteader on a brand new homesteader journey. So I'd love for you to follow along and watch us grow.